Yes, all of you lovely Spurs fans, welcome back to the Irish Hotspur. We will be basking in the glory that we were able to get in Manchester. Tottenham absolutely own Manchester, and we've just renewed the lease under Thomas Frank. Looking forward to playing Manchester United soon to see if we can continue on that trend of absolutely smacking them up. But please, everybody, smash the like button. I know you all enjoy the Twitter reacts. I know you all love basking back in the win. You're just seeing how the Spurs universe, the Spurs internet responds to great wins like this one, and we have a cracker in line for you. So let's get this one started without further ado, and it's a great title. Maybe it's what we should put in the title of this Twitter Reacts. I'll decide on that later. Death, taxes, Tottenham winning at the Etihad. Dave is calling it the easy had at this point. THFC is saying, what a block from Palhinha. I was pointing that out in our post-match reaction that this is sort of the defensive monster that we needed in the number 6 that, in a way, maybe I didn't appreciate, when we signed him, even though I love defensive players. I didn't think about that's the sort of stuff that he'll be doing for us on a regular basis. Someone like Palhinha. Gus saying, F these USA commentators. They keep on saying Trafford won the ball clean there, lol. That's why they got to be listening to us, Dave. Turn off the USA commentators. Mute them.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Just turn off commentary and tune in to watch-alongs from, myself and Jack, because at least we give fair commentary towards Tottenham. Everyone else seems to not. But just on that, first of all, there's a handball there, so that's a sending off. It's outside the area and disrupting a goal scoring opportunity. And second of all, he's practically karate kicked fucking Kudos in the chest. Romero's got sent off for a lot less.
Yeah, seriously. Isaac Kimes saying, my gaffer. That's just a great image there, him applauding the fans. And, the fans were all the way up to the third row. AKITK, we've beaten Pep's Manchester City with Frank, Ange, Stellini, Conte, Nuno, Mourinho, and Pochettino. It just comes with the territory. It's just, as a Spurs manager, you're given a brand new suit, you're given all these new perks and all these things, and the one thing that you're also given is 3 points at the Etihad every single time if you're a Spurs manager. Billy saying, give Bayern 50 million for the big see you next Tuesday as soon as possible. I think he's talking about Joao Palhinha. Mark Goldbridge, red card for the foul on Kudus, then a pen on Porro. Spurs have been absolutely robbed there. You wouldn't say Mark Goldbridge is necessarily biased towards Spurs. Is he justified in saying that, Dave? Red card for the foul on Kudus and then also a penalty shout?
Well, if Mark Goldbridge is saying it, then it's obvious, right?
Well, he loves complaining about the referees, and I guess even with Spurs, he feels that they got one wrong again there. Gus saying we held City to 2 big chances all game, 0 in the second half. Absolutely crazy. Impressive defensive work from Spurs. It felt like it was never in doubt at any point during the game. Dan THFC, Johnson goal, Palhinha goal, Richarlison assist ×2. Gotta get him in my fantasy team. Clean sheet, top of the table. I wonder if Richarlison's starting to become expensive now in terms of fantasy. That's the disappointment. Snia, Spurs really wasn't as hard. I effing love Kudus. Look at that. He's absolutely loving it. Going 2-0 up at the easy hat, as Dave says it. FSA, Thomas Frank is the signing of the season from Shan. And this one I thought was class, Dave. Just a reminder of just 2 different standards, 2 different levels, just 2 different appreciations of what it, look at them, they're praising themselves for a 0-0.
Man, Saliba was
come on,
absolutely immense.
I see it full time. Has he blown the whistle?
Yeah.
Yes, come on. Well done, Arsenal. It's not a
It's absolute class.
That's class. That's embarrassing. We've gone up there, we smacked them 2-0. That's embarrassing. Jack, that's a cracker of a one.
We smack them up every time, and they're celebrating the 0-0s against them.
That's got
Paddy Power. Honestly, Pep just needs a few hundred quillion more, and I think he'll fully turn this team around. Troll football. Tottenham 0.05 seconds. Sorry, let me go back and then bring him. Tottenham 0.05 seconds after entering the Etihad Stadium. We turned into Real Madrid. Mickey Hazard, what a performance that was. It really could have and should have been 4 different class from the boys. Worthy winners against a top team. Love it, boys. So good. Come on, you Spurs. You love to see it from our man Mixter. Wheelsy, winner gets Savio.
After beating them, that's an extra 10 million each for each goal. So that's gone up by another 20 million this weekend.
Billy saying, said it before, but Tottenham being the bogey team of the best manager to ever grace the game is just so Tottenham. It really is. If we're the only team that doesn't stress coming up against Pep Guardiola and Manchester City. We're the only team. We never stress about it.
Me and you
Digital
were so calm
Spurs.
heading into the game today. It's like,
Yeah, I mean, yeah, really. Like compared to any other team. Liverpool, it's a different story. Arsenal, it's a different story. Chelsea, it's a different story. Man City, it's the same story. Digital Spurs, go get the could we. That's one of the best ones. Jed Spence taking out Oscar Bob for a walk.
These are getting ridiculous now. I'm absolutely here for it.
They were on top form, the Spurs internet today. And THFC, 70% of the earth is covered by water. The rest is covered by Pop Montessori. That just needs to be said at every single game now.
You said that a few weeks ago.
Jed Spence, 3 points at the Etihad. Godspeed. Great performance from the Jedi.
At the Etihad. He missed the kick there. Get me on your PR team, Jed.
Literally, it is the Etihad, especially the way he handled Oscar Bob and Ryan Cherokee. Paddy Power, fair play to the City fans for not stooping so low as to try and motivate their team with songs and chants and cheering. Incredible work from Paddy Power. And amazing, I thought, Dave, I think the reason they all left so early was because it was such a dominating performance by Spurs. So 2-0 probably felt a bit generous towards them. I just feel like leaving at 2-0, though, is a bit shameless, especially in droves like they did. It's a little crazy to me. Like you're only 2-0 down.
They've delivered 6 out of the last 8 Premier League trophies. How many domestic cups? Champions League.
Privileged fan base.
Surely like when things aren't going right for a little while, you can sit in there and sing and everything else, but I mean, look, absolutely disgraceful. We turned that into the library. Like, me and you were sitting there at 70 minutes singing, "Is there a fire drill?" I mean, embarrassing behaviour from their fans. But I'm not surprised. I think there was a Champions League game all them years ago, that video coming out. They're leaving, they score, and then they're trying to run back in. Embarrassing fan base.
They even have that song, though, where they sort of brag about being in League One, right? And then they're enjoying the fruits of the position they are in now. It feels like they don't really live up to the lyrics of whatever that song is that they have. And like I said, you can shithouse a 2-2 draw, from being 2-0 down. Like, man, PSG did it to us. Even the PSG manager said, yeah, we didn't deserve that, but they came back and were able to salvage, a 2-2 draw. And then, of course, went on to win on penalties. Like, that's my point is that, 2-0 down, like, you don't need to be leaving that 2-0 down. That's just insane to me. Tottenham independent transfer window saying, I think it's really important that we don't disrupt the balance of this team by making any signings. Oh, gosh. Nathan Clark.
Put that out 2 days ago, he would have been absolutely roasted.
Yeah, the context is key. Yeah. How am I doing, boss? You're doing a great job, son. Great job. Look at all the former Spurs managers there. 0 goals conceded from the two of them.
Well, I mean, there was questions about, are they really as good as people say? What you saying now?
They're looking like one of the best defenses in the league at the minute. We beat Manchester City 15 times this last decade. They must be absolutely sick of us as I went to HFC. We have a matured Romero compared to when we first came to the club. The reckless label is lazy, low-hanging fruit. We need players who are tough and passionate like him, but I wouldn't call him reckless as of the last year or so. When you say it's just kind of a unnecessary narrative, it just seems like it's a narrative only from non-Spurs fans, to be honest, if you ask me.
Look, I think it's a cheap narrative born out of used to seeing Eric Dyer and Davinson Sanchez give everybody a free shot on goals. The fact that this guy actually tries to prevent it, it's very easy off the back of what we had before him to look reckless and everything else. In reality, we've always combated that narrative, and actually, come to think of it, I've always stood there and said, give this guy the captaincy, you will see him mature, you'll see him take it on, and that's exactly what he's done, and he's sort of, look, he got booked today because of the reputation that he's garnered, like that yellow card he picked up today. But then on the flip side, the 2 other challenges he made, one where he crunched Haaland. I mean, he made Haaland look like a fucking baby.
Tournament of
and then
paper.
The other one with the guy on the edge of the box. I mean, I just think it's a lazy narrative, and I think it's easy to go to because of what we had before.
I think you're actually right by saying it probably is just because the non-Spurs fans of the past were just so used to blaming managers for Sanchez, Dyer, Davies combos that now that there's actually a proper defender in there, they don't know what to do with themselves. The narrative's all of a sudden falling apart. Hannah saying, don't fall in love with a lone player. Don't fall in love with a lone player. Don't fall in love with a lone player. Joao Paulinho. Jake, I have no investment in the English national team, but it would be a bit silly if Jed Spence isn't in that World Cup squad. I think Dave's been saying that for a while now. when it comes to the Jedi. Happy bank holiday weekend. Tottenham first, West Ham in 20th position. Absolutely love it. Look
And the
at
picture of
Kudus there.
with the tongue out. Brilliant.
Oh, great photo from Kudus. Maybe that needs to make the thumbnail, that one. A yellow for this, says Luca.
Yeah, this is what I was trying to explain. I mean, first of all, wins the ball. Second of all, doesn't touch the player. I mean, how's that a yellow card? Honestly, it's absolutely ridiculous. He gets punished when he doesn't win the ball, and when he does win the ball, he also gets punished. It's a joke.
We don't know what he said to the referee, but the fact that he also seemed to only say one or two things to the referee after it as well, because he's clearly justified in being angry that was whistled as a foul. It's just amazing that the referee was just so quick to give him a yellow card for the decision too. And it wasn't even made by the head official. It was made by the lino.
Yeah,
and I just thought that was kind of insane as well. Danny Kelly, fucking doodle too. Big up to Danny Kelly. Tottenham Hotspur, the boss. There he is. He outpointed Pep Guardiola today as well, Dave.
It was good to see. Do you know what? You would argue it was the battle of the two tacticians, and we've got the best of them.
Seriously. Paddy Power, thousands of empty seats now visible throughout the London Stadium with 10 minutes to go. You could you could almost mistake it for the Etihad. Well, 18 hours later, the Etihad did look like the Etihad. Lee Gunner, what phase is Thomas Frank in? Zeus, death taxes, and Man City losing to Tottenham. Everyone's been saying that. Cy Comps, my gaffer. Absolutely love it. Spurs pictures that go hard. There's Jedi Spence just looking class as per usual. Jake, watching this performance and our performance versus PSG and still twiddling your fingers in the transfer market is absolutely criminal malpractice. I think it's just Daniel Levy looking at it like, hey, why do I even need to sign these 80 million pound players? Look what Frank can do. It's criminal. It is criminal.
He should be looking at and going, imagine if I did sign these players, what he would actually deliver.
Look at it that way. Exactly. Pat Matasar, what an effing player from Axel THFC. Tom Rennie, who I believe is a pundit in terms of West Ham type of stuff, saying, look at how much that Tottenham midfield is running, pressing, covering, recovering. That's the minimum that you need. I think West Ham fans are getting very jealous.
Is he describing Papa Matasar there? A very good way to describe him.
I think he's describing the whole Spurs midfield. Michael Hamilton, forget the transfer window for 24 hours. Tonight is all about celebrating this huge win. This is a massive one for Thomas Frank. Yeah. Do you agree with Michael, Dave, or is it kind of hard to balance? Is it hard to just forget, that this guy really hasn't been backed whatsoever? Like I said to you in the intro, members intro, watch along intro, no Kulusevski, no Madison, no Sonny, no Harry Kane, no new transfer players to work with, recently to be able to bring into the side, to at least have the pleasure or the privilege to pick from. This guy is, in a way, went into this Man City game more, threadbare than previous managers to an extent.
No, look, that's the thing with Thomas Frank. He finds a way. That's the big thing. Postecoglou, to a certain degree, almost refused to find a way. Whereas Thomas Frank is finding a way, and that's the big difference for me. Fair play to him. He was hands tied behind his back to a certain degree, no playmaker going into the team, and beat them 2-0. It's absolutely unbelievable. And I agree with Michael. Look, realistically, nothing's going to get done on a Saturday evening, when there's football all over the world on. So just enjoy the win tonight, and we can more about the transfer window come Monday.
Yeah, that's a fair point. Mickey Hazard, every player from Vicario through to the subs were brilliant. Never forget that when everyone pulls the same way, that's when success arrives. Pleasure to see. Come on, you Spurs. James Black, can we play you every week? Man City. Just thought this was funny as well. A steward making a West Ham pitch invader stay and watch the game until full time. Just had to throw that one in there. TEH Trunk, every time one of football's great mysteries. That one could make the thumbnail as well. Stop the count, says Walesy.
We are top of the league. Top of the league.
And also as well, right? The fact that it is, what is it? 5 goals now. No goals conceded. The goal difference. It's good stuff to see. Pop Matasar is the best in the world, says Gus. Tottenham independent transfer stories, a proper number 4 holding midfielder. None of this woke progressive passing, line breaking 6 nonsense. I have prayed for years like this.
A lot of these new football terms drive me mad. It's just like You know, the guy, like, you know, everyone goes, well, you're either
Whatever happened
this
to
or
just
you're
winning a
this.
challenge? Yeah.
Whatever happened to just having a presence in midfield? Like, being combative was always a part of a midfielder's job. And then you wouldn't buy him unless he could play a little bit. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
down the years, we've sort of separated the two. Well, he's a ball winner. He's a fancy Dan. It's like, I'm not having it. When I grew up, I watched midfielders that could do both. And my experience playing in teams, if you couldn't do both, you didn't play there.
Yeah, exactly right. Spurs song sheets.
That's why they left early. They couldn't hear that any longer.
No, they couldn't, especially when they can't even sing for their own team. They were just tired of hearing the Spurs fans singing and singing. Billy saying Spence is the best defensive fullback in the league, yet more. It's just the way he locks people up just is insane. Jake saying Sar stick this Ballon d'Or winner on his backside just for good measure. Yeah, that's just there's at one point too where Sar, the way he was holding the ball up and then won the ball, I think it was off of Ryan Cherokee, where Cherokee, we know, an amazing dribbler, really good ball carrier. Sar was holding the ball up against him, won the ball back off of him, just like was man strength that he was showing there. It was just incredible from the kid. Spurs pictures that go hard. He gave the Gareth Bale celebration, Joao Polina.
Beautiful. Things we love to see.
Jamie O'Hara, never in doubt. Easy 3 points.
He'll have fun tonight. Have you seen Pep?
Yeah, I mean, Jamie O'Hara, you know, is going to be having a good time. I think, yeah, Dave. I mean, I think Joao Polina or Pop Matasar could win.
Yeah, sorry, I think
maybe
I got it mixed up.
I
think Paulini got the fault from the Tottenham fans on the Tottenham one, but Sarr got the one from the Premier League.
Aaron Lennon, top performance all around, down to the man. The shape is spot on. The press has been great. Midfield 3 dominated in there. Sarr was everywhere. The back 4 and low block when leading was lovely to watch. Great win. Fantastic start to the season. Spurs and Thomas Frank. Come on, you Spurs. Love to see an Aaron Lennon, you know, just being a proper Spurs fan. Spurs pictures that go hard.
Yeah, brilliant. Absolutely.
Sorry, I cut you off there. You wanted to praise.
No, I was just going to say Aaron Lennon was one of my favourite players growing up. You know how much I loved him. I used to get the slit in the eyebrows and down the side of the head and everything.
Well,
what
he's
a
proper
guy.
Coys. He's proper Coys. He does that after every game. He loves giving those synopsis. Digital Spurs, all the fired Spurs managers watching a new Tottenham coach batter Man City. What did we even do for Spurs to hate us so much? As a Man City fan. Flav, the manager has done his job. The players have done their job. Daniel Levy, do your effing job. Great job from Flav there, pointing that out. Jake saying Johnson has been terrible, which means he'll probably score a back post tap right before halftime. Oh, it's class. Has the referee saying, yes, there should have been a red card for James Trafford after catching Kudos with a knee to the chest and then swatting the ball away with his arm outside box. That was the point that Dave made, was that he actually had to handball, after that as well, which immediately would question whether it should be a red card.
And didn't someone say the American commentators were trying to say he didn't catch Kudos?
I mean, look at that. He's literally poleaxing him with his knee. It's like a dagger to the chest there. I mean, kudos, again, the strength that this guy has, because he came out of it, completely fine, which is pretty amazing, to be fair. He wasn't really even rolling around that much. So the strength that guy has. But there you are, everybody. Please, of course, follow us at the Irish Y. You can see clips, funny tweets here and there as well. And also, in case you wanted to tag us in anything that you felt like is worth mentioning on these Twitter reacts. Any final words from yourself there, Dave?
Spurs fans, you never ever fail to entertain me when we win. Thank you very much for the comedic value of the win. Go and enjoy your weekends. See you back here Monday.
See you next time, everybody. Come on, you Spurs. Thomas the Tank Engine. Choo, choo, choo.